Very eventful offseason. Congratulations.
Thank you.
What is it like?
It's been great. Obviously, with winning the award was great, but most importantly, we had the birth of my son 2 weeks ago. So that's kind of the most exciting news of the off season, and so proud to be a dad. It's a good feeling.
Yeah. What is it like? I mean, it's so new to you.
Yeah, so he's 2 weeks old today. Or 2 weeks old yesterday. But yeah, so he's still in the phase that he's not doing too much. It's just kind of eat, sleep, and poop right now. But no, it's great. Just the CBA, being pushed spring training off a little bit, gave me that extra week to spend time with him that first week and to help Mama out. So it was good. But yeah, it's a great feeling, and it's pretty surreal being a dad.
I have a 7-year-old. I can still remember that time period you're with. Can you even explain the emotion that you feel having a little boy?
Not really. I've always known since being a young kid that I wanted to be a dad when I grew up. So to get that opportunity to start a family is obviously something that I've dreamed of outside of my career in baseball. So I think that's the most special thing is to actually fulfill that and to have a family.
Are you growing up now?
Probably not. They say in this game you never grow up, so maybe one day.
So you've awaited and now had the birth of your child. So that's always been on your mind through this offseason. You go into the offseason as a Cy Young Award winner. It has to be so far removed from that offseason between 2019 and 2020. Can you even compare it, or is this all been part of that process from where you were then to where you are now?
Yeah, so every offseason since post 2019 has been the same for me. I prepared the same, physically, mentally, coming into spring training, feel in the same spot I feel. I'm still trying to earn a spot on the rotation, still trying to earn a spot on the team. The minute that I get complacent is when things start to go bad. So for me, I'm always working, constantly working, trying to get better, whether it's physically, on the mound, mentally. There's always something that I'm wanting to tweak and wanting to get better at.
When you look at what you're able to accomplish, not by any means you're resting on that, you just said that, but is there now a place where you go, look, I do belong and I have proven how good I can be, yet I still have more to do?
Yeah, I think that moment for me came post 2020. Having a good shortened season and being one of the best in the game that year, I think gave me that confidence to do it again last year. Now I know what it takes, preparation-wise, how to get it done this season, just every aspect to be the best in the league. So for me, it's take that step and one-up it and try to add more assets to the game. Most importantly, is the mental side of it for me. So I'm always looking for ways to try to get a leg up in the mental side of it.
Yeah. So you accomplish that. It'll always be Corbin Burnes, Cy Young Award winner. How do you work with Cook now to make things even better? Because you can't rely on what you had. You have to keep building. So how are you working with your pitching staff to improve that way?
Just always trying to polish things, whether it's a certain pitch, whether it's sequencing, how you get outs, that kind of thing. There's always ways to get better, and sometimes the toughest part is finding that, finding whatever it is to get better. For me, I still think I have a lot of things to work on. I think I'm just getting started on this journey in my career. But like I said, there's different pitches you can work on, different routines you can work on to feel more prepared. That's probably the more important thing that I focus on is just the mental side of it. I know physically and pitching wise I can do it. It's more for me. It's just keeping the head on straight.
What were you doing to get ready for the day that the agreement was in place and you guys could report? How were you building up to be ready for that moment?
Yeah, like I said, it was pretty normal off season. Usually I get built up to the point where I throw maybe one live VP coming into camp, and then throw another live VP, and then we get into games. This year we were delayed 2 weeks, so just threw a couple extra live VPs just to kind of keep the arm and body ready, knowing that we were going to have a shortened spring training. Typically you come in, you throw an inning, then you throw two, and you kind of build up. This spring is going to be a little more expedited. Have to get out there and throw 2 and 3 right away. But we're prepared. The body and arm feel great. I think just about everyone in this room is ready to go.
Are you prepared for a pitch clock if it's put in?
Yeah, pitch clock I don't think is going to be an issue for me. I've always worked generally pretty quick. Not quite as quick as Suter. But when you get in the groove and get rolling, I don't think a pitch clock is going to be really that much of a factor for me.
Has the high school you accepted the fact that there's a DH?
Not yet. That's going to take a little while. It's going to be weird. You typically after a week or two in spring training, we get to go start taking BP and start get the feel of the bat again. So that's something that I'll definitely miss. Not only hitting, but also having a pitcher in the lineup to face. Just strategically, it makes the game a little more exciting. But yeah, we'll see how it goes this year. It's something I'll miss, but that's how the game goes.
Last couple things for you is obviously you guys have had so much success as a team, but you haven't reached the World Series. This team seems to be built to be pushing that again. Is it pressure? Is it opportunity? What does it feel like right now as you guys look to start building towards October?
I don't think there's any pressure. We've made the postseason 4 times in a row. Majority of this team has done that, has been there, has been through that. So I think as far as pressure goes, I think we're kind of past that phase now. Maybe after 2 years, you've felt some of that pressure, but we're at the point now. We know what it takes to get to the postseason. We know what it takes to win. We've got the team to do it. Now all we need is that deep postseason run. We were close in 18. We're 1 game away from the World Series. So we haven't been that close since, but this team can compete with either one of those 4 teams that we've had the last 4 years to make that deep postseason run.
And the 2 maybe biggest free agents have also been in the postseason a lot recently with Hunter Renfroe and Andrew McCutchen. The addition of them into this clubhouse, is that felt?
Yeah, absolutely. It's kind of the excitement of every offseason is seeing what additions we can add to the team. For the most part, it's the same team, like you said, plus Renfroe and McCutchen. It's exciting to have our same pitching staff back, which is one of the best in the league. And then offensively to add those couple of bats like we did, it's only going to help us. So there's definitely some excitement to add 2 impact bats like that, and just kind of see how it all plays out once opening day rolls around.
Well, again, congratulations on your son. That's